if you have mutual fighting in a toxic relationship, do you think the judge still determines that that is a, quote, wife beater?
Can anybody prove that this happened?
I think that they were both drinking.
But the thing that really seems to have got under his skin is this accusation that while drunk he is physically abusive. He utterly and totally denies that.
If you look closely at her facial expression, she looks calm. She even seems to be smiling a bit. I get the impression that Amber has set him up.
He's a southern gentleman. He was brought up never to hit a woman. He would never lay a finger on anyone, not Amber Heard, not anybody else, and that he cannot live with this description of him.
He was about to push my sister down the stairs.
He who makes a beast of himself gets rid of the pain of being a man.
Amber Heard has finally been exposed by Johnny Depp, and she might be awaiting some serious charges after this.
What are you talking about? And I watched you lie, and then
I didn't punch you,
and
by
then
the way. I'm sorry that I didn't
punched
hit you
me
across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you. Babe, you're not punched.
So, what exactly did Johnny Depp say? For all those still unaware, back in November 2020, Johnny Depp lost a hard-fought libel case in London. In the case, he was suing the tabloid The Sun for labeling him a WB in an article that had published after his divorce with his ex-wife Amber Heard. He later went on to appeal the case in March 2021, but the court refused him permission to appeal. Speaking at the Royal Courts of Justice in London, Lord Justice Underhill said, "We refuse Mr. Depp's application to admit further evidence in support of his proposed appeal, and we conclude that the appeal has no real prospect of success, and that there is no other compelling reason for it to be heard. We accordingly refuse permission to appeal." Johnny Depp and his supporters were shocked by this ruling since, by now, everyone knows that Amber Heard was the abusive one in the relationship. Many pieces of evidence, such as phone call recordings and video footage, have been released to prove Amber is guilty, and in this video, we're going to have a look at all of them. Number 1. Amber throwing bottles of wine at Johnny Depp.
She threw a vodka bottle at me.
In an interview, Johnny Depp explained how Amber Heard threw bottles of wine at him during an argument. He said that one bottle passed near his ear while the other one went directly to his finger and broke it.
And the second one was a larger bottle, and she threw it from about this distance. It smashed.
During another interview, one of his friends, Dakota Johnson, noticed the bandage on his finger, and when she went ahead to question him later, Johnny Depp answered vaguely and avoided the question with a joke. Dakota dropped the question but was tipped off by his vague answer and gave him a look that seemed to say that she was not buying his narrative. Well, this says a lot about how Johnny Depp, despite being abused by Amber, tried to protect her as much as he could. After all, that's who Johnny has always been. Number 2. Amber punching Depp. Johnny Depp released audio of himself and Amber Heard speaking about the abuse taking place in their marriage. The argument was taking place after they had been involved in another violent streak. In the audio, Johnny Depp claims to have been punched by Amber, but Amber claims that she did not punch him but only gave him a proper slap across the face. "I'm sorry that I didn't hit you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you. Babe, you're not punched." Heard told Depp in the audio and added that, "I don't know what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you." Amber should have simply accepted that she hit Johnny instead of trying to discredit him and make it look like a slap isn't as much of a physical abuse as a punch would have been. Number 3. Amber gaslighting Depp. In the same audio presented by Depp in the court, Amber is heard gaslighting Johnny and even calling him a baby for trying to get away from the fight. "You're such a baby. Grow the fuck up, Johnny," Amber said.
Fights?
Such a baby!
Because
Grow
you-
the fuck up,
Because you
Johnny.
start physical fights?
I did start a physical fight.
Yeah, you did, so I had to get the fuck out of there.
Yes, you did. So you did the right thing, the big thing. You know what? You are admirable.
She then warned the 56-year-old Oscar nominee, saying, "You poke an animal long enough, it doesn't matter how friendly it is, it's not cool." Johnny then replied to this by saying, I left last night. Honestly, I swear to you, because I just couldn't take the idea of more physicality, more physical abuse on each other, because had we continued it, it would have gotten fucking bad. And baby, I told you this once. I'm scared to death we are a fucking crime scene now. It is clear at this point that Johnny had been trying to avoid the physical fights. Now, does that sound like something an abuser would do? Now, let's take a look at number 4, the phone call. The amount of audio leaks that happen these days are some of the reasons why most people prefer not to have any heated arguments on the phone. Here we have yet another leaked phone call between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. In the audio, Amber ridicules Johnny and tells him that no one will believe his claims of being a victim of domestic violence. In her own words, she says, "See how many people believe you." Johnny Depp then goes on to say, "You're fucking killing me. Your fucking people are trying to kill me. My boy goes to school and has kids go, so your fucking dad's a wife beater?" The two go back and forth as Amber Heard gets tearful when she is accused of physically abusing Depp. She in fact goes on to defend herself by claiming that Johnny Depp is bigger than her. As if that's justification for pushing him around and hitting him with stuff.
Do you know I'm 115, well not anymore, but I was 115 pounds. I'm a 115 pound woman and I have the capacity of you.
That's not the question. That's not the question.
Have I ever been able to knock you off of your feet? Stand, Johnny, and say she started it? Really? You can please tell people that it was a fair fight and see what the jury and judge think. Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence, and yes. It's a fair fight. And see how many people believe or side with you.
The 35-year-old actress even goes further to suggest that no court would be likely to take the side of a man over a smaller female. All this while, Johnny Depp tries to convince her to settle the divorce privately and amicably, but Amber Heard doesn't want to hear any of that. After perpetrating all of this abuse, Amber had the audacity to publish an op-ed in the Washington Post claiming that the reverse happened. This ultimately led Depp to file his $50 million defamation suit in which he stated that he's the victim of an elaborate hoax, instigated by Heard to generate positive publicity and advance her career. In the suit, Depp stated, "Ms. Heard is not a victim of domestic abuse. She is a perpetrator. She hit, punched, and kicked me. She also repeatedly and frequently threw objects into my body and head, including heavy bottles, soda cans, burning candles, television remote controls, and paint thinner cans, which severely injured me." Heard responded with a lurid 300-page filing of her own, cataloging the horrific abuse she claims to have suffered at Depp's hands, describing him as the monster and recalling many of the allegations she made during their divorce. The filing included photos of bruises and scars, clumps of hair apparently torn out of Amber's head, and pictures of smashed up furniture to illustrate the violence she was allegedly subjected to by Johnny Depp. However, Johnny's property manager Kevin Murphy proved that they were fake. In the court proceeding, Kevin Murphy told the court that Amber had called him when he arrived at her Los Angeles home, claiming that Depp had hit her several times and pulled her hair. Murphy continued to say that he was suspicious of her claims since there were no marks or swelling in any area of her head. He was then shown a photo that was taken the day after that incident in which Amber had marks and bruises on her face. Murphy confirmed that the photo had been faked and in no way had he seen any signs of physical abuse when Amber had come to him. He also confirmed that Johnny would never hit a woman. The Aquaman actress had also claimed police had evidence of the May 27, 2016 attack. The two LAPD officers who had been on call during the alleged incident later said in a deposition that they found nothing to suggest a crime had taken place. These past few years have been one big roller coaster for everyone, and especially for Depp's fans who were in the dark and never saw all these lies and acts played by Heard. Society has been programmed to deal with powerful men who abuse women, and this is why Depp got huge blows in his career after Amber claimed he had physically abused her. But what happens if the said woman, like Amber, is lying? Well, this has left many people confused as to how they should act, but most have chosen to remain neutral and avoid being entangled in the entire mess. such as the case for Warner Brothers and Disney, who have been hesitant to give Depp his roles in their films back. However, after getting all this information out in the open, we all hope that Johnny Depp will get the justice he deserves and be able to get his career back. Do you think Amber will finally pay for her actions? Let me know in the comments section below. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching.